Hello everyone, it is Babyyells and I am back with another video. Today we are finally doing the long overdue makeup tutorial. I was kind of putting off doing a makeup tutorial for a long time because I don't really have a nice vanity makeup filming setup in our house right now. So I've been just doing my makeup on the floor. So I've been kind of putting off this video, but you guys keep asking and I've been wanting to do a makeup tutorial for you guys for so long now, so I thought, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna do it. So I sat up on my bed and we're gonna be doing some makeup, being all comfy cozy. Currently this is like my everyday makeup, but it does change based on the weather. So this is just like my winter everyday makeup. It's very like frosty, snowflakey, very cute, shimmery, with lots of pink to make it look like you were just out in the cold somewhere. So this is the makeup that we're going to be doing today, but I'm definitely going to be doing other makeup tutorials when my makeup changes, if I do like specific looks, cosplay looks, all of that fun stuff. Hopefully I will get my like makeup filming set up. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, first and foremost, I'm going to prime my face, like get it all set up for the foundation and everything. I already washed my face and put on some serum and some lip serum, but I'm just gonna do some moisturizer and primer. I just use like any kind of moisturizer, whatever body moisturizer I have. I just use also on my face, because guess what, your face is a part of your body, and I really lather this up so that I create a nice barrier between my skin and the actual like makeup. Then I go in with just a little bit of this primer, and I really just use a little bit because with this primer you'll see like a little goes a very long way. So yeah, I just take like that amount. I rub it in my hands, and then it's kind of has like the texture of sunscreen, but it's very like sticky, and I think because of that it actually holds the makeup so well. And I just kind of like pat it into my face. Usually for like just an everyday look, I'll just use like some concealer, but for the sake of this video, I'm gonna do the makeup that I do on days that I'm filming. So I'm gonna use foundation. I normally have like the Fit Me by Maybelline, but I've been using this one recently. It doesn't matter, just use whatever foundation concealer works for you. This has a pump, so I just boop, 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 and boop. And I take my lovely blending sponge and I just blend that out. It might look like a lot, but I find with this foundation that it just blends better with other things if, you know, there's a bit of a heavier, creamier base, which a thicker layer of foundation will make. I don't even know what I'm saying half the time. But yeah, I just keep blending, just keep blending, just keep blending, blending. Go under the jawline to help it blend with the neck better. And if it's not perfectly blended out, it's fine, because we are going to add other cream products on top, or I'm going to add other cream products on top that will blend together even more. So this is more just about getting it all over in all those nooks and crannies. Create a nice background for your makeup. Now I'm gonna go in with cream contour. As you can see, the palette is very used, but I just use this shade and just, you'll see. Just take like a little brush and I map out. It's kind of like, you know, when they do those lines for plastic surgery, it's kind of like that, but instead of plastic surgery, it's makeup. And of course I do my nose, because yes, she got a schnoz, whatever. And a little bit there. And now we're gonna blend this bitch out. This is like my contour blending sponge, as you can see. And with this like cream one, it's beautiful. It blends out beautiful, but you really just gotta like take your time, or else it can get really, or else it, like, you know, it takes like, you need to take your time for it to look beautifully blended out and not rush it. And I don't really worry about like getting it everywhere, because the next step is going to be like just carving out more with concealer. There we go. As you can see, like, it's pretty harsh, but we're gonna go clean that up and add some highlight, some dimension, some brightness, carve out some more to the face. And we are going to do that with my, what is this? It's the Fit Me concealer. I either use the Fit Me concealer or I use the NYX concealer, because both are my favorite and I swear by them. Love them so much. And you'll see a little goes a long way with this concealer. And some of you might say like, oh my god, this is so much makeup for like every day. I don't care, okay? I grew up watching RuPaul's Drag Race, and then in high school I was like during the King Kylie era, where there was no such thing as like clean girl makeup, minimal makeup. Just put a bit on my nose and there. She's slaying, she's slaying, she's serving. We love it. And then, oh my god, can you guess what I do next? I just blend it out. I always like blend it like upward with that lifted effect. See, this is where the magic happens. Concealer is blended. Next, I just do cream blush. Also, I'm sorry guys for this setup. I currently don't have like a vanity or like a separate room for makeup, so I usually do my makeup just sitting on the floor. So to film this, because you guys keep asking for a makeup tutorial and I want to do one for you guys so bad, it was either like sitting here or the floor. So we're sitting on my bed, and we're being very careful to not get makeup everywhere. And blend, blend, blend. And I blend up the sides as well to give like, I love just like a blush like that. I don't know why. I just love it so much. And during the winter, I normally use a more bright pinky. Then in the summer I use more of a like warmer blush. like a sunburnty kind of blush, but in the winter I just really want to go for like Frosty Ice Princess, which is kind of like the look that we're doing today. I'm gonna set this with some loose powder. And guess what? It is the Fit Me powder. Again, swear by this. Maybelline is such a good brand. Their Fit Me products are so good. This like will hold my makeup all day. And I don't know if this is a full bake, but in the areas where I put concealer or I get more oily, I just kind of like put a thicker layer of powder on. Okay, now that this powder is on, I'm just going to go set my contour with some bronzer. And I'm not picky when it comes to bronzer. I kind of just use whatever is on sale, whatever's cheapest, whatever I get gifted. So right now I'm just using the Stay Matte. It's a setting powder, but I use it just to set my contour, my bronzer. Now, I've been using this big brush for bronzer and contour for years now. Don't be gross. I've washed it. Like, I wash my brushes. But yeah, I don't know. I love this one so much. I think this is, yeah, this was like part of the Tarte collection. I think it was like tropical or whatever, but I have a bunch of brushes from that collection. Always do under the jawline here, just a little bit. Boom. Now this is probably something that you are all very interested in. I'm gonna start contouring my nose. So I take the little brush and I go in with the same powder that I used to set the bronzer, and I just make a straight line down my nose, curving into my eyebrow. I just kind of follow the natural shape, but make it as straight as possible. And then I do the tip. Just the tip. And then I do the little boop to create the illusion of like a little button nose. And I'm gonna take this little blending brush and just blend. This is kind of just the blush that I use to just blend shit with. Eyeshadow, nose contour, whatever. Touch up my makeup in little spots. But yeah, just blend this out. Et voila. Now we're gonna take our big fluffy, well, it's not that big, but our fluffy powder brush, and I'm just gonna blend out all the powder that I put. Why do I keep saying we? Me and all the voices, me and all my personalities put on my face. And I blend it all together with the powder. It sets everything, it blends everything together like seamlessly. Now I'm gonna contour my nose even more, and I'm just gonna add some like super dark, not super dark, but like darker brown onto the tip of my nose. And I have to make sure that it's very like, and I take this little one and I just create that shadow. Then I take the blending brush and I just blend again. And it's okay if these lines are a little, sometimes I go like this to help blend. These lines are a little harsh, because that will actually help with like the contouring of it all. cute. It's already starting to look more and more like a little button nose. Oh my god, my favorite part, blush. I'm using the, I've had this for years, the ColourPop Sailor Moon collection, one of their blushes. What shade is this? 20K2. It doesn't have a name, but I kind of go ham with the blush, not gonna lie. I don't have blush blindness. I know I use a lot of blush, but I like it. Also, sorry for the raspy voice. I don't know what's been going on lately. Maybe it's the cold or whatever, but I find that I've been like losing my voice a lot and having it be really raspy. Maybe I'm dying. Yeah, I like to get a really pink nose. Blush done. Then I use like a super bright pale sparkly highlighter. This one is Natasha Denona. I actually love Natasha Denona products, but like, I've used it, but like look, oh, so beautiful. And then I just take my little highlighter brush. Like, look at that. Oh, stunning. Take this again, and I just kind of go like this to turn it from a like, like glaze into more of just a like shine, dewiness on just these spots. The rest I want very like boom, you know? And this is it. We're done our base. This is the base. Now we just have to do eyebrows, eyes, and lips. I am going to do my eyebrows off camera because they require maximum effort, maximum focus. But if you want a eyebrow tutorial, let me know in the comments down below. For my eyebrows, I use the NYX Professional Micro Brow Pencil. My favorite. It's so small and it just, you know, I have very small little nubs for eyebrows. And my eyebrows are done. I think they look really good. Remember, your eyebrows are not supposed to be twins. They're supposed to be sisters, or in my case, you know, distant cousins, I guess. But moving on to eyes, I just set them with the same concealer that I use in the rest of my face. This not only will help to shape the brow, but it just gives a good base for any eyeshadow. You can also use, you know, eyeshadow primer, whatever you want. I just prefer to use concealer because it's what I have and it works for me. Looks messy, but we're gonna blend it out. Now I'm just gonna set that with some powder. You don't have to do this either if you find that your eyeshadow blends better on like just the concealer on a more creamy base, then that works for you. But I find that at least with the makeup that I use, it works a lot better on like a matte surface, if that makes sense. Now for the eyeshadow, it's just super simple. I just take this little brush, I take some brown, you can see I've been using it, some brown eyeshadow, and I just go in the inner corner, or not the inner corner, the outer corner, and in the crease of my eye. And I find that this just like deepens my eye, makes it look bigger. And yes, blend it out. Or you don't have to, that's just what I do. I'm going for a second one just to deepen it. Then I take a little bit and I actually just go right under the eye. pretty messy, but like, look at the difference, right? When you're blending anything with makeup, just remember to take your time and that it's not a race. Once you have that like shadow in, I'm just going to take the same highlighter that I used on my face, the Natasha Denona one, and I'm going to put that all over my eye, really focusing most of the pigment on the lid. But I do like 3 of these. Then I just go in and I put shimmer on the whole eye, because we are going for Frosty Winter Baddie. Cute! Oh my god. Then with a smaller brush, I just go with the same highlighter. I go do my inner corners, under my brows, and under my eyes to really make that like a shimmer pop. You see that? Oh my gosh. We love a bright inner eye. And look at what that did compared to that eye. Take it, go under the eye. And when I say under the eye, I mean under the eye. We want to look glimmering like little fairies. And now we're moving on to eyeliner, and I'm going to show you a trick that if you are a beginner at makeup, beginner at eyeliner, this is like might be a lifesaver for you. So before I go in with any eyeliner, any black eyeliner, any dark eyeliner, I will go in with some eyeshadow first, just to really make that shape, because if you mess up with eyeshadow, you can just kind of blend it away. It's so much easier than with eyeliner, where if you make a mistake, you have to get like a Q-tip and fix it, and then you gotta fix the makeup around it that you messed up. Whereas with this, you can just blend it out if you mess up. It's not that big of a deal. I don't go in the inner corners either. I've stopped doing that with eyeliner unless I'm wearing lashes, because that just makes the lashes like blend better. But yeah, I've really stopped doing like inner corner eyeliner. I think it's making my eyes look bigger. And see, because we used eyeshadow, I can just blend and straighten out those lines with a blending brush. Now I go in with actual like black pen eyeliner. I use the NYX eyeliner, love it, does not smudge even if you're crying, which I cry a lot. But look at this, don't you hate it when that happens? And I just make an even smaller wing inside of the eyeshadow. Yeah. Voila. And of course, this would not be a Babyyells makeup look if I didn't add my white eyeliner and my little heart. Oh gosh, I'm scared to do this. Okay, slay. Now I do it like this because I find that it really makes not only your eyes pop, but your eyeliner pop as well, even more. So that's why I do the little white, in case anyone was wondering. Now you can either stop there and just put on mascara, looks super cute, gives you a little bit of that edge, makes your eyeliner pop, or you can do what I've been doing this winter and doing little like white freckles on my eyes. And voila! Oh my god, I love this eyeliner look so much. Now that we're done eyeliner, we can move on to mascara. I just use whatever mascara I get from like Ipsy Glam boxes and like from my mom. So I've just been using this one by Radical. I've never heard of that brand before, but I actually really, really like it. I just do one coat. Other eye. I have to remember to like close my mouth when I'm doing mascara. Now I'm gonna go in for a second coat. Sometimes, depending, I'll add a third coat. Top lashes are done. Now this is another little trick I use for bottom lashes. I'm using this different mascara specifically because of the wand is very thin. And then I go like this. 1, 2, 3, and then I go just a little bit, and boom. Do you see the difference? This eye looks so much bigger than this eye, and it's such a small little detail. And voila. I feel like I've been saying voila a lot this video. Our eyes, our eyebrows are all done, so I'm just gonna set my eyebrows with this NYX. Is it NYX? No, it's e.l.f. e.l.f. brow gel. It works so well. e.l.f. brow gel works so well. Now moving on to what is personally my favorite part, which is the little heart on my nose. Before I put that on though, I'm just gonna touch up my nose contour just a little bit. So I'm just gonna take this and go. Take this brush with blush. Cute. I feel like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. As I did with my eyebrows, I'm gonna do the little heart off camera because I really need to focus to make it look as perfect as possible. Heart is on. I think it looks pretty good. I like to do it because it does add like, it does contour your nose a little bit more, like putting highlight there, but instead of like just highlight, it's a little heart, so it's very cute too. We're getting so close to the end. Moving on to lips. I'll just take this like lip balm, whatever lip balm you have, and coat the fuck out of my lips. Like, now you could probably just leave it like this, and it's serving very like Frosty Lips, Y2K vibes, but I'm not gonna do that. No, not me, not here. As much as I think it's cute, I like to contour my lips. Once I put the lip balm on, I'll just take like a little tissue and wipe off the makeup that was on my lips. I do this instead of using like a makeup wipe because I find the lip balm just leaves your lips a little bit more moist after taking off the makeup than like a makeup wipe. And with the lip look that I'm doing, you're gonna want hydration. One of the main reasons that I do contour my lips is because I have a double lip line. The lip line you see here, it actually goes slightly under. Not on my top lip so much, but on my bottom lip. You'll see when I line it. Now this is something a little extra I do during the winter. I will put some pink around my lips and even more around my nose. I do this during the winter because my nose tends to get like very cold and runny during the winter. So if I already have on a lot of blush and a lot of like red around my lips naturally and I work it into the makeup, then you don't really notice it when it happens. Add a little bit of highlight. Then to make the lip liner go on more smooth, I just take the lip balm again. Today's lip balm, I do change it up every day, is Cinnamon Roll lip balm. And I tend to do like the same kind of lips throughout the season, so like look at how small my lip liner is, but she's still working. See the double? Like I'm just following the curve of my lip, but that's where it leads me. There's a double lip line. Not so much on my top lip though. Now that I have the shape that I like, to contour I just go in the inner corners. Then I take the finger, I take another little tissue and I just blot it. And I just re-go over the outline. Now this is a little trick I learned in the escorting industry. Take some powder. And put it on your lips. Around your lip liner, and it will stay set all day. Now, me personally this winter, I've been really enjoying as you can see, a frosty look. So I'm also doing a frosty lip, and yes, I'm adding more highlight from my Natasha Denona palette with the little brush. I'm just gonna go. It also gives the illusion like you're wearing lip gloss without the texture of lip gloss. And if you're someone like me, you don't really like the texture of lip gloss. Highlight my Cupid's bow, make it very prominent. I find like this also makes your lips look bigger, but I love a prominent Cupid's bow. Not do the whole like overlining, going like the rounded Cupid's bow. I can't do. I so love this, and I add all this highlight here as well. Kind of looks like you were just out walking in the snow or going skating or something in the cold. And yeah, that's my lips. Last we have to do is add my little heart, and then I'm done. Now let's see if I can do this on camera. Okay. Yes, now to seal this all in, make sure this lasts as long as possible. I use the NYX Matte Finish setting spray, my favorite setting spray ever. Ooh, I almost flung it. we are done. Oh my god, I love this makeup look so much. I've been doing it all winter and I'm really sad because spring is coming up soon, and as much as I love spring, I'm gonna need to figure out like a new makeup look because I don't know, I find so much joy in having makeup looks for each season. Now I'm just gonna go finish getting ready. I'm gonna do my hair, put on some jewelry, and yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you had just as much fun that I had doing this makeup with you. I hope you got a little tips and tricks because I might not have a degree or anything, but I did go to beauty school for a little bit, learn some stuff. Been doing makeup since I was like 12, so I know a little bit of stuff, okay? Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I think the next video I do will be more like story time ish. I honestly have no idea. I have to like look through my YouTube plans, but I do have lots of fun stuff coming up. Like always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you think anyone else would enjoy this kind of content or would enjoy me, not like that, would enjoy my content, you know, share this video. It really does help. And yeah, thank you guys so much. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.